Alright boys, what's up? Bob here, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Ball Z Extreme Butoden. Now, I got a couple of things I want to knock out really quickly before we end the recording for this game. First of all, Twitch is not here yet. I'm kind of recording this very early and off the usual time, so not many people are going to be here. So, as a result, I want to address you guys directly. So, I've been doing a little bit of research into this game. First of all, I'm going to just go ahead and pause the game in the background and take you over here. Hi, yes, it's me. I don't look good today. So I did a little bit of digging around. So first of all, something that was actually linked over on the Dragon Ball Z Extreme Butoden Discord is this little thing right here. So spriteresource.com, I didn't realize the site really existed. It kind of makes sense though for Mugen purposes and whatnot. So they have entire sheets for all the sprites in the game. You can actually use these to make custom color layouts for your characters. It's pretty nifty what they're able to do. One thing I want to mention that's really cool, and this doesn't really amount to anything, I just think it's kind of funny. The two-player color for Raditz is actually just straight up a Turles reference. I think that is kind of cool. Yeah, I thought it was just worth mentioning before we end this. 120%. God, sorry, I'm still getting used to Firefox hotkeys and whatnot. The other thing, and I had a feeling about this from the last recording session we did, but I want to make sure, is this little ditty right here. Now, Super Saiyan God Goku does in fact have the old gi from Cell / Majin Buu Saga Goku, and you can tell that just by looking at it because there's absolutely no logos on it. Something I just found interesting because Battle Gods Goku has the what logo was it? Was it his own logo? I think it was on the main shirt and on the back. I don't think. Oh no, we do have a price in the back. Okay, so fascinating. Even though I think Dragon Ball Z Battle Z was already out at this time, and I think that did have the logo on Goku, so it's just kind of weird this game didn't see that, or they reused a lot of sprites and didn't want to animate new sprites. That's also very likely, although you'd think they want to do that for, you know, the brand new Dragon Ball Z IP to get people back into it, but, well, I know. I'm not the marketer around here. Apparently these guys are, so, hindsight's the magical thing, ladies and gentlemen. So another thing I want to show really fast before we progress, do not mind this potential spoiler for Let's Play in the future. This guy. Now, these are the North American cheat codes to unlock characters and assists. Well, only unlock one character, really, in the game. And I was going to enter some of these cheat codes to unlock them. Like, for example, a guy in here is a guy or Gine. I have no idea. So, cool. I could show her off. But the problem is this cheat code is kind of stupid. Right? A, X, Y, B. Repeat 5 times. What you want me to do? What? Okay. Yeah, I'm not about to do that. Also, some of these are stupidly long. Look at this. Jesus. Like, that's got to be like 15 some odd inputs. And also, on hardware, this would probably be really easy. Or if you're using a remapped Xbox controller. Reminder, PS5 controller. And I already had to map this to like the default buttons for what a 3DS layout would look like. So, I don't know what... Off the top of my head, I don't know where all the face buttons really are, so I'm not gonna spend like 15 minutes trying to get one cheat code to work. So if you guys want to try them out yourself, either try these out for yourself, or you can hit up the Discord again to unlock everything for the word go, so you can play them at your own leisure. Either or is a good option. I did also remember that, yeah, like chat mentioned before, Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta, and Goku are selectable as assists if you use this. All of this and then repeat twice. You gotta be kidding me, dude. No. But yeah, still not playable though, even though I think, what was it? This is the only Dragon Ball Z game out there where you can play as the gods, but you can't play as the Super Saiyan 4s. It is kind of weird because there's like a funny like not duopoly, like a dichotomy between these two forms, but the fact that you can't play both of them, kind of weird. I don't really understand it, but you know what? It is what it is. So, all being said, let's go ahead and get back to this main screen and unpause the game. Now, I mentioned before, I was completely forgot that I hadn't actually unlocked Beerus through, what was it, Extreme World Tournament, and I still have not done it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that live on Twitch. Again, be sure to follow me live on twitch.tv/RajinJericho to catch these recordings live, and so you can also join Twitch chat while we're doing things. We get to 275 followers. I'll do something really fun for you guys. Be sure to check in and see what the rewards are, because I forgot off the top of my head, actually. And yeah, time to cut away and get Beerus unlocked. Killmon incoming. Nice. Nice. Huh? Also, I think I just bugged the game a little bit because there was a weird collision with Vegito and my super activation. So now there's just action lines permanently on the screen. Huh. Maybe the walls up here just act weird because he didn't seem to be keen on guarding in the corner either. Very bizarre. Yeah, use a wall bouncer to pull that off too. Nice. That was pretty cool, actually. Shit. Could you imagine actually playing a video game and getting better at it? Could not be me, folks. Can I just rub and do it? Yes, I can. Holy shit. Awesome. Probably should have held on to the key, but I want to really make sure I really kill this one first. I just kind of wish you could change your teams during all of this, you know? That'd be pretty cool. Oh, 2 Gokus. Okay. Well. Double the Kakarot to blow up. Well, that was definitely a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, so... Alright, got some stuff. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to cut back in here because that took a lot more time than I thought it was going to. Somewhere to the tune of half an hour. Oops, I didn't think... Okay, you know, I see Extreme World Tournament. I assumed that was just going to be, oh, you know, there's like a 4 or 5 man bracket like Budokai usually has a whatnot. No, that was an entire story mode and like 8 fights. And also you can randomly get smoked by a really strong character that pops in occasionally. Oops, that was way more work than I thought it was going to be. So, well, yeah, I'm not about to showcase the whole thing. That was a nightmare and a half. But again, be sure to follow me on Twitch if you want to see me do that live. Yeah, my focus is mostly just on these guys. I'm not worried about that too much. I'll tell you one thing though. I got a really good workout with Adult Gohan. Holy shit, did I ever actually found some combos I never did before, so pretty good. If you ever want to just become innately better with a fighting game, just play it, you know? Like, screw what everyone else is gonna say, or like what you're, like if you have performance anxiety, just cast it to win. Even just playing a fighting game, like you will naturally just get better at it because of just, like both osmosis and also just keeping your muscle memory sharp, you know? So yeah, you know, again, if you ever want to get better at a fighting game, just play it, you know? Don't even bother what other people say about like if you're bad at it or whatnot. Now my question is, where do I start here? That's okay, we're probably gonna have to talk to Pan. Yeah, okay, I think we talk to Pan and then Videl, and then we just head upwards. Yeah, okay. This looks like that's probably gonna be the last one. I sure hope, because otherwise I'll look like a bit of an idiot otherwise. If it looks like it's a little finale, or finale, a bit of a finale, then we can just like do the other side first. Although I don't imagine that's gonna be the case at this point. This really looks like her Budokai 3 render. Doesn't anyone else see that? Maybe it's just me. Anyway, the 6th Dragon Ball? Yeah, okay. The 7-star. You know, I want to point something out that's really funny. Brandon posted on the anime chat from my Discord today something to the effect that Twitter is doing a thing right now that has given Omega the most dues he's ever gotten, and I'm just like, man, you are not around for the absolute Omega Shenron dick sucking that was this game and Ultimate Tenkaichi, because boy howdy do we ever wank him off something fierce. I am not British. I will never use the term wank off again. But man, this really glazes... A lot of stuff in the mid-2010s really glazed up the fuck out of Omega Shenron. I'm going to tell you that right now, chat. Holy hell. Alright, moving on. But I was mentioning this a little bit earlier, but my throat is actually a little bit on the sore side. So hopefully, it doesn't get too hoarse on us or anything. Damn. Why is fusing turns back into children? Yeah, great question. Well, the real reason is budget. I guess the funny reason is maybe this could be considered the failed fusion, I guess. Because there's no way in hell we're going to get GT, Goten, and Trunks in here. As much as I would like. Wait, no. No, we kind of do have GT Trunks, but he's being portrayed by, you know, adult Trunks, future Trunks. You know, you know how it is, folks. Sometimes it is just kind of like that. Okay, I have no idea how to use Beerus, so I'm gonna fuck with them. Absolutely. And I guess to countermeasure that, team up with the gods. Absolutely. Now what to put behind him though? No, I'm gonna keep him in my secondary slot. I think I'll fuck around with you. Same assist twice. Sometimes you just kind of need it, you know? All right, I've not used this version of Beerus before. All right, cool. Attacks are pretty low to ground. So this should work. Yep. Then Key Blast. Jumping Key Blast is... Ooh. You could do things with that. Enjoy me full screen control for like 2 seconds. Hang on. That was pathetic. Well, he controls about what you expect for a character from this time period. I will say, it is very odd. Okay, again, I want everyone to know that I'm very Dragon Ball FighterZ pilled. Go figure. It is very odd to go back to a version of Beerus where he isn't so focused on the set play with the orbs and everything. I'm gonna say that, but latter day FighterZ Beerus is actually not focused at all on the Oki setup with the balls and just high lows. Because he's so overtuned at that point, it's like, yeah, you can just do whatever, more or less. But stuff like this happens too, so train a little harder, okay? Everyone's slacking. What is it with Goku training someone, like under his belt, direct, under his wing specifically, and then they just stop training, and they just kind of like just slack off for all eternity? Holy shit, everyone else knows that? Gohan, and then kind of with Goten and Trunks, sorta, and... I would almost argue that with Oob, just because we don't see anything else from him ever. Jesus. Well, I guess on the tangent of post Z outings, I want to mention that currently this is being recorded on February 8th. I'm not sure how much longer it'll take for Super Cyberman. Hey, new Yu-Gi-Oh card dropped. But I got hot in my face when I find town lab policy, or it's just your own policy. I like how his lab has an NDA attached to it. It's so funny. Anyway, my point is that apparently the end of Dragon Ball Diamond is actually in sight right now. At the moment, I will catch up with it, but there's only like 2 new episodes dropped from dubbed from where we stopped originally, as in the theatrical run and everything. So a little unfortunate, but well, at least it's so weird to dub so far behind. You think they jump on that ASAP, but I guess not. All right, let's see. I actually have not used you that much, so I think we'll put you on point and fuck around and find out. Why not? Nah, dude, it's cool. It's a preview for what's to come with the gold freeze and everything. Let me tell you, Dragon Pressure is actually really important in this game. The reason being is because there's not like super easy, almost there. Ah, shit, that was weird momentum. Since there's not super easy, like, high-low mix-up setups you can do with your opponent, it actually is, like, kind of important to be knowledgeable about. What does his ultimate look like anyway? I mean, I could take it as I could stab a guess at it. I gotta say, that fucking follow-up jab is like really long range. Okay, all right, chat. That's not here. Is this considered a level up into Super Saiyan or a downgrade from Super Saiyan God? I have no idea. Oh god, this is okay. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm getting a headache just thinking about this. Go figure. There is a part in Dragon Ball Battle Gods that will forever be stuck in my craw. It is specifically the fact that if you go Super Saiyan God and then you drop out Super Saiyan God and then you go Super Saiyan again, or something along the lines. Beerus said that your body tasted the power of Super Saiyan God, so now you can basically fight at that level. So obviously, okay, your base power, your base form gets a boost. Cool. Obviously, that's very evident. It would go on to be called Saiyan Beyond God, to go figure. So, what my question is, what does going Super Saiyan do at that point? Like, obviously, we don't have the thing yet of going Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, obviously, because that's very silly. So, why did he drop into Super Saiyan? What? I'm just very perplexed. Again, the power scaling for that point is fucked beyond belief. Especially with the whole Saiyan Beyond God thing. I think it was stated, especially on the wiki, but because they're not wrong, right? That you can have the power of Super Saiyan God regular, but just being in base form. So at that point, it's like, why would you bother going Super Saiyan God then? I've always been questioning this myself, because that's like a very big deed. Okay, I don't give two shits about power scaling. That shit is very dumb and or gay. It's more perplexing because I don't know what exactly the relative power perspective for base form Goku is after he becomes a Super Saiyan God. I don't know. It's really silly, and I'm sure there is a very easy answer to if I just look for it, but that requires me to look for it, and I'm lazy. So I guess it'll just forever be a mystery to me or something. Okay. I don't know. I'm sure someone who's deep dived the what do you call it, the Daisenshu's could probably tell me. But I just don't know immediately like what the perspective is for that one. Also, hello, best character in the game versus one of the actual worst character in the game. Again, it really is weird thinking that there's a game where Super Saiyan 2 Tingon is like the straight up worst. Oh god, yeah. I can't literally get convergence out of him for life of me. I'll do that after a corner combo. I'm gonna try that actually, and just rip it like too slow. Okay. You can do this in the corner, but it doesn't really do much. I mean, maybe you can delay your fall for maybe you can delay your fall with the falling flurry kicks to go for an assist. But yeah, that's really unfortunate. Teen Gohan want to get his notoriety as a coin flip monster until Dragon Ball FighterZ again. And even then, Jad's asked me before, is there a game in which Teen Gohan is actually not good? Yeah, this game. It's funny because I do actually think he wasn't that good for a while in Fighters until he got some buffs with the key leg loops. But also he's been good in past games like BT3. I think he's decent. Us mentioning the legendary Saiyan to Hercule like he's gonna know. No, seriously, what is with how tan he is in this game? Holy shit, Hercule. Like, damn, bro. He's more Italian than I thought he was. Okay. Win with more than 40 counts remaining. Should be extremely easy, but it could be very funny. Okay. So what's the impetus for this exactly? How many times do we have to fuck around with Boo? Like, I swear we fought him, like, we fought Kid Boo like 5 times already. Am I on base? No, because he started popping up in the Cell Saga. It's still weird that you have to have him outside of, you know, the cocoon, and you're not just, like, going around siphoning dude to energy willy-nilly. Anyway, we're going with canon event. Yeah, it's a canon event now. Hang on. Actually, no, we'll go with more canon event. Shit, what do I do for assist, though? You know what? Yeah, I won't overthink it. I'll just do with the usual shell. If you don't know, a shell in, like, team-based fighting game terms is essentially, like, a combination of, like, 1 or 2 characters that can form a really rock-solid strategy by themselves. And the additional character you pop in is just, like, more or less a bonus. But yeah, one of the difficult things about Ultimate Gohan especially is that it's hard to confirm a lot of shit with them. So take, for example, his light string. Because the first hit's low, that means it's hard to just, like, jab dudes out of the air and get it confirmed that way. I will still say it's cool that his ultimate is a reversal, because you could theoretically use that to disrespect the fuck out someone's offense. there's not a lot of like, I don't think reversal style ultimates in this game, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, he plays like he wants to be an armored character, but he's not an armored character. I think I'm really starting to piece together why Ultimate Gohan is trash in this game. And that really saddens me because as, you know, local Ultimate Gohan fan number 512, that's definitely a low number. Like, I'd be all over this, but that's just not how it falls into place. Speaking of, I think I heard Dragon Ball FighterZ servers might be shutting down soon. I don't know if there's any veracity to that, but no, what's happening is it's not Evo anymore, right? So the game's definitely gonna start dwindling out. So I should probably get back on playing at some point in time, before it becomes a very obscure anime fighter like all the rest of the shit I ever do. Excuse me. When after landing 2 ultimate combos. Oh boy. Okay, an ultimate combo in this case I think is actually landing your ultimate. You know, doing the like auto combo heavy into a key blast. Ew, Jesus, that is not fun.